When was the last time that you truly embraced silence? For me, finding silence can be difficult. I have a 2-year-old. If you're a parent, you understand what this means. But I have found bits of silence out in the garden. And there's one thing that when I find this ever elusive silence, I find that I am happy, genuinely happy for the next little bit. This got me thinking, why is that? Why did this peaceful moment, this moment of silence, affect me so much? So I did what every curious person does. I went online and I found a research article from the Cleveland Clinic. And they said that these moments of silence help us lower our blood pressure, reduce our heart rate, reduce muscle tension, and help with our cognitive abilities. But we're adults. How do we find silence in a busy world? Well, here are my 3 ways. The first thing that I always try to do is have a morning tea time or coffee time. There's something about the act of just sitting in the morning light and feeling the joy of sipping a favorite beverage. It takes a moment of time and turns it into a great way to start the day. The second place that I can find a moment of silence is out in the garden. And I know not everybody lives in a place that has a garden, but just a moment outside. There is something magical about feeling the sun on your face, about listening to the breeze as it whips through the leaves of the trees, of watching the birds come and visit the different areas that you go to. There is a deep-rooted feeling that I get when I'm out walking or gardening or doing something outdoors. And 20, 30 minutes outside makes all the difference, especially on those stressful days where I need that extra something, that extra oomph. They really help me. The third place that I find silence is actually kind of strange. You see, I find it by ditching my electronics. There's a temptation when I have my phone on me to play music or play a podcast or play an audiobook. There's a temptation when I'm near a radio to turn it on. There's a temptation with the TV, with the computer, with things that can produce noise that makes me fill the gap with the noise. And so having about an hour a day where I leave all of my electronics away and I will sit with a book, or I'll sit with a journal, or I will just sit and meditate, that can really help recenter ourselves for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week even. So, although it's not actually seeking the silence, removing the temptation to fill the silence is super powerful, and I highly recommend it. So I have to ask, what are some ways that you find silence when you're going through your day? Do you find that it makes a difference for yourself? And what are some ways that you would incorporate finding silence after watching this? I'm honestly curious, as I'm just scratching the surface of what this could be, and I am loving the moments that I find right now. Anyway, I hope you liked the video, and if you did, don't forget to like it, or share it, or subscribe to the channel. I try to come out with a video at least once a week that looks at contemplation, that looks at hobbies, or sometimes We just have a cup of tea and have a chat. We'll catch you next week.